Hello. So we're now 3 weeks to get 10k and it's Wednesday. We're on midweek, so actually there is only 2.5 weeks to go now. And it's my birthday. It's Wednesday, 16th of April. Yay! So we're off away, Brian and I, to Surrey for 5 days. And I thought I would just do a quick video before we go to tell you what I've been up to this week already. I'm feeling really tired on Monday. I have been quite tired so far this week. But with only 2 days at work this week, it's a nice short week to try and get 2 days of decent exercise in before I go away, because I guess today's going to be a travelling day pretty much. There might be a little bit of walking when we get there this afternoon. I'm not going to get my strength work and yoga and all of that stuff in this week. So I've had to cut some of it a bit short in terms of training for my 10k. On Monday I did a 30-minute upper body strength class. My biceps were a bit sore after that on Tuesday, but nothing too bad. On Monday evening after work I did 30 minutes on the spin bike, and that was a rolling hill session, which is a bit different to what I normally do. I normally do much shorter intervals. This was sort of several minutes of hills. I think there was a 6-minute, 8-minute and a 4-minute hill. On Tuesday, I had my alarm set for 5 a.m. because I was planning to go for a 60-minute run before work. I start work around 7:30 usually, working from home. But it was absolutely hammering down with rain and I was still feeling really shattered. So I actually turned my alarm off and went back to bed for an hour. So that run didn't happen in the morning, but I'm kind of glad because I felt a bit better for it. I don't think it would have been a good run if I'd gone at that time of day. I was quite tired doing the spin class on Monday actually, and that was a bit of an effort. In my lunch break I did 30-minute glute strength class, and I was expecting to really be sore this morning, but actually my glutes feel fine, so maybe it's going to take 48 hours for the DOMS to kick in. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow. I did manage to get a 60-minute run in, but I did it on the treadmill because it was raining on and off all day, and I just got to the point where I couldn't be bothered to go out. I know it sounds really silly, but I was just so tired and it was hard work, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it was quite exhausting. "60-minute endurance run on the treadmill, done. I am so hot. I think I've got black eyes, all my mascara's run. That was tough. Wasn't even very fast, but yeah, I was just so tired, and so that was quite an effort, but it's done. So that was an endurance session. That was a Peloton class where they guide you basically through a particular run, telling you what incline to put it on. They don't tell you what speed to run on, but they kind of tell you what effort to run by. And so this was a sort of fairly moderate effort for 60 minutes, and we got it done. So hopefully this week we should get 2 running sessions in. My legs feel pretty much okay today. I did foam roll them after my run yesterday for about 10 minutes. So maybe that's helped, or maybe just running on the treadmill hasn't battered my legs quite as much as running out on the road. But anyway, they feel fine, so I think we'll be okay for parkrun on Saturday. But we'll have to wait and see. I will be doing a lot of walking, but I'm really looking forward to doing parkrun somewhere different. So yeah, we're going to travel down to Surrey in a couple of hours, and I will see you down there shortly. So here I am in the travel lodge in Teddington in Surrey. We arrived here on Wednesday. We didn't do much really on Wednesday. We just had a bit of a walk around and we did about 2 miles walking, that's all in total, just to get something to eat and a few supplies. Yesterday we did quite a lot of walking. So Thursday was all about walking. We did probably about 11.5 miles in total. We did one really long loop. We went down to, we went for a walk down to Bushy Park, through to Kingston, had a walk around Kingston, got some lunch in Kingston on Thames, and then walked back along the river here to Teddington where we're staying. So that was really nice. That ended up being quite a long walk. Friday we went for a long walk as well. We walked into Richmond and back along the river. That ended up being 9.5 miles, so probably in total we walked about 11 miles yesterday. Today is parkrun day. We're at Richmond Park. So just finished parkrun. Got under 30 minutes. I wasn't going for it today. So yeah, tomorrow we're travelling home. So have a bit of a rest tomorrow. I'm absolutely shattered, honestly. I think all the walking, I've not been used to walking that far for a long time, and lack of sleep and stuff. Really feeling it now, but that's training week pretty much done. We start another one on Monday. So yeah, 2 weeks till gear tomorrow, gear 10k. So hopefully all this walking has stood me in good stead this week. Now I came home to this. Yes, the race number's here, it's official, we've got to go now. Whilst it wasn't a normal training week for me because we were away, I felt really exhausted, much more so than usual. And I think Garmin's not happy with me anyway. Garmin is saying that I'm strained and has been saying that since Wednesday when we actually arrived down in Surrey. So I think that's just lack of sleep and doing all the walking that we did. So we did about 35 miles of running and walking for me over 3 days while we were there. And the other 2 days were essentially travelling days. So they were kind of rest days. We didn't do much. And I'm not doing much now for the rest of the day today. I'm going to have a day off. So you may be wondering how my Achilles are feeling after all of that. Well, they're a little bit sore, not too bad. I'd say they're kind of 1 or 2 out of 10 on a soreness scale. They're stiff more than anything, especially first thing in the morning when I get up, but I think that's okay. We didn't take a foam roller, we forgot to take it, so I will get on the foam roller today, tomorrow, and hopefully ease the calves off and things will be fine again. Now in terms of my Garmin, it's saying my VO2 max is exactly the same at 42, so that hasn't increased. But then we've only really been walking predominantly, so I don't really expect that to. But I didn't find my running mojo while we were there, unfortunately. We did parkrun, which was really nice, but I'm just not feeling it anymore. So I think, I've lost my love, and I'm hoping if I just have one really good run or one really good race, that will come back, or just a good training block really where I can get 2 or 3 runs in a week consistently for a few weeks. That would be nice. That hasn't happened for a very long time, so we're working on it. I managed 2 runs this week, including parkrun, so I'm going to try and do the same again next week and just hope that that it comes back really. I feel lost without it, but at the same time I'm just not enjoying it in the same way. It feels like a bit of a chore, but I think we all go through moments like that. So I'm hoping it's a temporary blip. So what is Garmin predicting that I can race my 10k in? Well, it's saying 57.08 at the moment, which I think is a bit faster than last week, but not as fast as I actually ran the Gear 10k last year. It's saying 26.22 for 5k, which is pretty much bob on what I did a few weeks ago at King's Lynn when I did an all-out attempt. Not sure if I'll be able to do that now. Obviously parkrun, I didn't go all out this week and it was a little bit undulating, so that wasn't going to be the case this week. Now at the moment, I don't know what I'm going to do Gear 10k in. Honestly, no clue whatsoever. I don't really have a goal in mind, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. It would be good if I could get under an hour. That's pretty much all I'm aiming for. I think I'd be disappointed if it was an hour or more. But you know what, it is what it is. I've just got to try and enjoy it, I think. But I will update you again nearer the date and we'll see where we're at then. So that's it for training week. It's a wrap. I will see you on next week's training video, which will be 2 weeks to gear 10k. I'll see you then. Take care, guys. Happy running. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next week.